What's up, guys? Long time no see. All right, so I know it's been a while since I've done a stream. I've been kind of busy with the Arnold Classic stuff going on. Obviously, March is a really big month for bodybuilding. What's up, Balloon Fight? What's up, Mr. Pumblechuck? Nice name. I like that username. But I picked up a bunch of these Kuromi boxes. Shout out to Windy City Pop Shop. They were selling these for $35 a box, and I bought a few boxes. 4 of them came today. And I'm sure some of you guys have seen the recent news that apparently you can pull the secret rare Mothman. Somebody pulled it on Instagram. The secret rare Mothman and Karami from one of these Target blisters. So I went to my local Target, and of course they had a plethora of these things still in stock and the native blisters. So I bought a bunch of these. I bought exactly a booster box worth. So I bought 12 of these to get 36 packs. Because now we know, typically with Metazoo, the big box edition, you can't pull the secret rare, but this is the first one that apparently you can. And I've seen it with my own eyes on Instagram, so that'll be interesting. I don't remember if the cards themselves actually have a big box logo on the cards in the blister. The blister does. The blister's got the big box logo, but inside the actual packs, I don't think they do. Now, the promos do. You can see the big box logo. We'll find out when we open a pack. The promos do. So I already took the liberty of disassembling all these because it's too time consuming. So I was going to save you guys time on the stream. So these here are all big box packs. I just took them out of the blister to save a little time on the stream. And I don't know how many of these booster boxes we'll get through tonight, but I do want to continue my journey of attempting to try to pull the Mothman secret rare myself, and we'll try to spice it up a little bit in between packs because I know sometimes Kuromi's Cryptid Carnival gets a little bit redundant. So I've got a box of Topps Chrome that will probably open intermittently here. I picked up a couple of these. I thought these looked pretty cool. These Charizard tins. I saw these at, I guess it was Meyer, and I picked up a couple of these. We can open up some of those in between packs. I've got a whole stack over here of Otherverse. I've got some Halloween 2020 packs. I've got another stack over here of Primal TCG packs. So shout out to all those indie TCGs out there. Oh, cool. We got 28 people in here now. Okay, good. So we can start ripping some of this. There we go. But yeah, I've been a little bit busy with the Arnold Classic, so I know I haven't posted a lot on here. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Audio? So again, for those of you guys just now tuning in, this whole stack here, all of these here, these loose packs are from blisters. So these are Target blister packs. So if we do by some miracle pull the secret rare from these packs, just so you know. What's up, Naughty? And of course, some of these are worth buying because I really like not this promo. I'll show you guys the promo. I really like this card. I like this a lot. The Kuromi and Chibi Mothman promo that you can get from, I believe, the blue big box blisters. If you look on the Target website, I think these are pretty cool. Metacrack. My Metacrack hit. I like that. I can't stay away for too long from the zoo. But yeah, it's been a while since I've opened. Any new Metazoo news / rumors? I haven't checked to see if Argos made a video about this or not, but Argos sent me an email from, I guess, one of the former Metazoo staff members. And I guess Metazoo had recently sent out a new email to staff members saying that they were indeed going out of business. I don't think they specifically mentioned bankruptcy, but in the email, it was like a final confirmation that Metazoo is done. That's really the only new news on that. I don't know if Argos made a video about it or not. If he has, I haven't seen it because I was in Columbus all of last week for the Arnold. And then I got back and I had a bunch more work to do, so I just haven't gotten around to much Metazoo stuff. I talked to Bailey a little bit. I will say I've seen a lot of people doubting Bailey, and I want to put this on the record. The screenshots that Bailey has been posting from Mike Waddell. I've seen a lot of people saying, how do we know they're real? Bailey spelled Mike's name wrong in the screenshots. People calling Bailey a scammer and a shady guy. Bailey sent me proof that those texts came directly from Mike Waddell. And he sent me a video. He recorded his screen, shared his screen with me, went to the text, clicked on the contact information where it showed the cell phone number. And it is indeed 100% coming from Mike's personal cell phone number. So I want to put that on the record that Bailey did not fake those screenshots. He showed me 100% proof that those messages were directly from Mike Waddell, even if they looked a little sketchy or he spelled Mike's name wrong or whatever. They were legit screenshots. So I did want to get that on the record. Other than that, the only new news is really the fact that you can pull the secret rare from these big box packs. And I guess I'm looking at the packs now. The packs do themselves have the big box logo. I don't know if the cards do. And he also said that Argos 100% knew prior and started selling, right? Bailey has said that. Mike Waddell never directly admitted that. But Bailey has alleged that, yeah. How was it being at the Arnold this year? It was great. This was the biggest Arnold I think they've had since COVID. Since the shutdown, this was the closest to where the Arnold was prior to COVID. I mean, it was like nothing ever happened. Pokebarn says, yeah, dude. Mine does too. Mine has a ton of these in stock. No one's buying them. What's up, Greg? Love the stream title. Well, it's an accurate title. We're tearing up some kitty tonight. Did you guys see the announcement that not Metazoo, Hello Kitty has been doing some big collabs? There's this Hello Kitty and Yu-Gi-Oh! McDonald's Happy Meal collab that honestly, as much as I dislike the Hello Kitty thing and the Hello Kitty characters and they don't really appeal to me, it honestly looks pretty cool. It looks pretty well done. So they've got like all the Hello Kitty characters in the form of like a little tiny plushie, and they're all like a fusion of artwork. It's like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Character artwork fused with a character from the Hello Kitty universe. And they honestly look kind of cool. Like there's a Blue Eyes, there's a Hello Kitty dressed like a dark magician. They look pretty cool. There's like an Exodia Hello Kitty, Red Eyes Black Dragon of the little penguin character. They actually look pretty decent. The Hello Kitty marketing team must really be working overtime lately, because I went to Walmart yesterday and they had a huge Hello Kitty and Friends display of plushies and shit. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, Hack Zach. I've seen it everywhere. But like, if you go to Walmart, at least at my Walmart, in the very biggest aisle, right in the center of the aisle, there was a huge Hello Kitty display, and it was filled with Hello Kitty plushies, and there was like Hello Kitty and Friends branding all over the place. And as much as I want to not like it, that McDonald's collab looks pretty cool with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Chibi Flatwoods Monster. And my buddy Chris, he got me onto those little those little plushies called Squishmallows. He has three. My best friend Chris, he's got three stepkids, and he's like convinced that Squishmallows are going to be the next Pokemon when all these kids grow up. All these kids are like 10 or younger, and he said they're like obsessed with it. So when the Squishmallows were in the Happy Meals, he like collected a bunch of those. And these little Hello Kitty Yu-Gi-Oh things, they look kind of like the Squishmallow style of those Happy Meal toys. So it seems like kind of a cool idea. What's up, zombie? Did it just get an English license? I don't know. It does feel like a genuine push, like there's a new... I don't know. It does. I've been seeing it everywhere for sure. But yeah, Chris has been telling me for a while that the Squishmallows are like the next generation Beanie Babies. And I do like that classic Happy Meal style, even with the old Beanie Babies, how they were kind of basic and just these very small little tiny plushes, and that's kind of what the Squishmallow things were. And it looks like it's what the Hello Kitty Yu-Gi-Oh things are. So if and when they come to the U.S., because right now I think they're a European promotion, I'll definitely pick up some of those. They look pretty cool. I guess there is a big box logo stamp on the corner of these, by the way. But I think when I looked at the secret rare that was pulled from one of these, the secret rare didn't have the big box stamp on it. So I'm guessing it was randomly inserted into one of these packs. There used to be stores that only carried Beanie Babies in the 90s, buying and selling. Actually, let me look and see if I've got the screenshot on my phone of the secret rare that was pulled. Let's see here. Someone messaged me that screenshot. Give me a second here. There you go. Yeah, there's no big box logo stamp on it. And you can see they pulled it from this blister pack here. Yeah, no big box logo stamp in the corner. It looks like they pulled it from the blue one too. Pretty cool. Number 24 out of 131. So maybe these were the earlier inserts, because I think a lot of people that started pulling the secret rares upon release, they were numbered like in the 60s or 70s, I believe. And then I think I have a good screenshot of the McDonald's collab. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let's see. I can't remember where they posted it. I'm not trying to take too long. Was it Yu-Gi-Oh! News? Okay, yeah. I think it was. There we go. So there's those. Again, I'm obviously not a Hello Kitty fan, but I thought this was a pretty cool idea. So you've got little Blue Eyes White Dragon. I don't know which character from Hello Kitty that is. You've got the little frog, like a Karibo, a little Exodia. The little penguin guy is the Red Eyes. I mean, it's a pretty cool idea. I mean, that obelisk is pretty. I mean, I'm a fan of this collab. I think this is a pretty cool idea. I'm definitely gonna pick up some of those. And Hello Kitty as Dark Magician. I mean, you can't be a Yu-Gi-Oh fan and not want to try to pick some of those up. Interesting collab though. Did anybody in the chat actually go to the Arnold Classic? Kuromi and Black Dog of the Hanging Hills. We're getting at least a decent amount of full hollows out of here. It does make me wonder, like somebody said earlier in the chat, there's a nice Kuromi's Cryptid Carnival celebration. Like somebody said earlier in the chat, I wonder if Hello Kitty is gearing up for some kind of big new movie or TV show or some kind of English mainstream thing. What's up, Jimmy Cutlets? Looking good with the wrench. And maybe that'll drive up the value of these booster boxes. Because like I said, I got these for $35 a box, which is really hard to beat. It makes me feel stupid upon release that I was buying these boxes for 140, 150 bucks from some of the... I bought a bunch from the distributor for like 70 bucks or whatever it was, but... Kuromi and Chibi Hodag full hollow. Then I was buying them full price because I thought there was pink boxes and there weren't. But 35 a box is like half of what anybody is getting these for from a distributor. And the lowest price right now on TCG Player for these boxes is like 52 bucks. So I felt like you can't beat 35 a box. There was an auction that ended for 6 Kuromi boxes for $250 a few days ago. That's still a little bit high because honestly, I'm talking to a guy right now. I'm going to buy a case of 12 for $400 plus shipping. So that would be $200 for 6. Hacked Zach says, hey, Nick, I have $2,000 to spend on a new TCG. What do you think I should buy? I'm not currently into any new TCGs. I did end up breaking, or I guess giving in, and I bought 4 booster boxes from the Nom Nom Kickstarter. We'll open some of these. This is Primal TCG. They've sent me a bunch of stuff, and their stuff looks pretty cool. So I'll show you some of these cards, see if you like the artwork. I'm not currently endorsing any, telling anybody to buy any, but I'll show you guys some. So this is Primal TCG, and we already pulled one of the big chase cards from this set. Do we not get a hollow? We'll open a couple until we get a hollow. I'll show you guys what a hollow looks like from Primal. My bank declined my chargeback on Legacy, RIP 250. Oh, that sucks, man. I know my buddy Chris that I was just telling you guys about, he got his money back. He charged back. Calls of the Crows. There we go. We got another one. I think this is the big chase card of the set. It's like the cover character. We got another one. So the hollows are pretty cool. They've got these horizontal artwork hollows. And again, shout out to Primal TCG. They sent me a shitload of these. They sent me some graded cards. They sent me all these booster packs and theme decks. I'm going to go ahead and put that in a sleeve. These are actually, by the way, Kickstarter sleeves. Metazoo Kickstarter sleeves from the Kickstarter spellbook. Calls of the Crow, one of the big chase cards there. for Primal TCG. Then I'll show you a couple packs of Otherverse. This is from their Hidden Void Kickstarter. They sent me a bunch of stuff. Shout out to Otherverse. And I try to open it where it fits. Credit card companies are probably more likely to return your money than a bank. That's true, yeah. Primal, I think, is kind of small. I think it is as well, yeah. This card always makes me laugh. And we got an Akari. So Otherverse is more waifus and dragons and shit like that. But a lot of people say they really like the holofoil texture of these cards, the pattern rather. And there's some cool serialized cards in this set. I still don't know a whole lot about it, but they see the guy that owns it seems like a really cool dude. I don't know if they have an anime, but they have some pretty big collabs coming up. I know they've got Funko Pops coming out before the end of the year of these characters. And we got a Fairy Queen, which somehow Metazoo never managed to pull off, was their promised Funko Pop collab. But Otherverse apparently already has. So I guess that's somewhat impressive for a smaller indie TCG. Yeah, Funkos, I think at this point are crazy oversaturated. When they became really big, I think around 2016 maybe, I collected a bunch, and now this is one of my favorite cards in this the Chromie and the Unicorn. And now Funko Pops are like worthless, and I've got a big mountain of them in my other office, and I just kind of want to get rid of them. I've probably got like 200 or 300 Funko Pops, and it's just like the time and effort that it would take to sell them and ship them online is like to make $10 maybe. Per Funko. Yeah, dude, I had bought a shitload of them back in the day. I used to always go to like flea markets or whatever to go pick up whatever ones I thought were cool. And of course, I bought all the Pokemon ones. I bought all the Yu-Gi-Oh ones. I bought all the Digimon ones. Then people gifted me a bunch and gifted me ones from like my favorite movie. I mean, there's a Funko Pop for fucking everything. I've got all the Sons of Anarchy ones, all the Supernatural ones, like any TV show that I ever was really into. You could buy 20 Funko Pops for them. And I used to have, I had this shitty little apartment with my ex-girlfriend back in like 2017. And in that apartment, I had stacked Funko Pops. I had an office, like an office bedroom in that apartment. And in the back wall of that office, I had stacked Funko Pops from the floor to the ceiling. They were like a whole wall. And now I've just got them all. They're still stacked, but they just kind of look juvenile in my house now. No problem, naughty. I had to buy some shelves meant for them to put them on the wall. Yeah, now I have like a big gun safe in my other office. In the gun safe, the top of it is probably like 4 foot 4 foot across, maybe it's not exactly a square, it's more of a rectangle. So probably the top of the safe is probably 4 foot by 3 foot, maybe a little bit bigger than that. So I just stacked them all on top of that safe and then stacked them deep to the back of the wall. It's a cool looking one, Chromie and Van Meter Visitor. I should mention though, I still haven't pulled a Sanrio 6 from these Target blisters. Is Samson losing his mind or what? I kind of feel like he's having a little bit of a manic episode right now. It seems a little bit weird. I'm sure something happened behind the scenes that's not being said. I think there's a lot more to it than what we've been told. Any space guns / bull pups? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Full hollow Chibi Wahila. You guys will be happy to know, though, that same ex-girlfriend that I'm talking about that I had the apartment with, if you guys were on that stream where her Chibi Sam Sinclair, if you guys were on that stream where her little brother stopped by and he was talking in the stream about wanting to get together and me teach him how to work out, I've been getting him every Sunday. We've been working out every single Sunday since then. Asking about the contents of the safe. Yeah, but what do you mean by what do you mean by space gun and bull pup? Is this some gun lingo I'm not familiar with? Yeah, for sure. It's been cool. I got him into what's your favorite boomstick? I like my AR-15 a lot. Yeah, I'm not super knowledgeable on all the different types of guns. I'm not a big like gun aficionado or collector. I've just got like one of each. I've got a Benelli shotgun. I've got 2 Glocks. I've got a rifle, like a hunting rifle that's like I believe it's a Remington. And then I've got an AR-15, a Smith & Wesson. Oh, I bought the safe kind of for the guns, but mostly for collectibles and just various things that I wanted to keep in the safe. But yeah, with Josh, we actually I got him to hit a new PR on his bench press this past weekend. So I'm pretty excited about that for him. He was pretty stoked. Another Carnival Lights. I don't know how many of these damn packs I'm going to have to open before I pull the secret rare. I might never. But again, at $35 a box, it's a lot more fun and a lot cheaper to try to pull it than to pay like $3,000 to try to buy it. I'd rather do it the long way. Get some content out of it, get some streams out of it. Make sure you guys like the stream, by the way. I just noticed there's only 17 likes. I'm sure a lot of these Metazoo streams have fallen off quite a bit because there's not very much Metazoo news and it's kind of in a really dead place right now. Thank you, Kane. Where do you get them for 35 a box? Windy City Pop Shop. I'll give him here. I'll show you guys real quick. I was just DMing him right before I started the stream. Let me see. Actually, I gotta send him. Give me a second here. But yeah, I've seen them going. There's another website that had them for 40, and they're going for less than $50 in a lot of places. Which, quite frankly, I'm surprised they're getting that low. I'm actually about to buy. I'm about to buy a case from Wind City Pop Shop, and I forgot. I gotta send him $400 real quick. Kuromi case. Sent. There we go. Let me tell him I sent it. Cool. So now we're gonna have another case of Kuromi to open. And 400 a case is even cheap. I don't think it's that much cheaper, but it's cheaper than 35 a box. I think it's like shaves off another $20 or something. Thank you guys for liking the stream. I appreciate that. Got up to 26 there. Let me pull back. I gotta get the live chat back up on my screen here. There we go. We're getting a fair amount of full hollows from these. There seems to be a pretty good ratio of full hollows in these. Nick, is it safe to assume that I'm assuming you mean Olympia, has lost its prestige now that the Arnold has taken over? I think so. I'm going to have, I've actually been talking to Brian. Brian Powers is the guy, he's like Arnold's business partner, and he's the executive director of the Arnold Classic. So all these decisions that you see get made, if you guys follow bodybuilding at all, like the live stream being free, the prize money being increased, everything from the lighting to the stage design to the layout of the expo to the vendors that are there to the the strongman competition, all of this stuff, the competitors that are there, all this stuff is Brian's like brainchild. All these ideas are his. And me and him have been friends for about 3 years now. And I've been talking, we talk like every day for like hours a day. He's like one of my really good friends. And we were talking today because he was on the plane. He's flying over to the UK for the Arnold UK this weekend. And he said, "I think I'm finally ready to do that interview on your channel because I've been telling him forever. I mean, he's like the guy that nobody's heard of, but he's like the most connected guy in the bodybuilding industry behind the scenes. He's got like the most thankless job because all this cool stuff that happens, all these things that the fans love, like the free live stream, the lighting at the Arnold, the expo, the prize money increase. It's all him that's doing this, but nobody knows. Um, and I was talking to him today, and he said, "I think I'm finally ready to do an interview, and we'll post it on your channel, and I can be more publicly facing going forward." So we're gonna do an interview hopefully tomorrow and record it, and he's gonna give a lot of really interesting insight into the rivalry with the Olympia, his relationship with Arnold, how he met Arnold, all the stuff that goes into setting up a show on the scale of something like the Arnold, where hundreds of thousands of people come into this convention center for the expo and the show and the strongman and the competitions, the weightlifting, all the other sports like the gymnastics. He's going to give, I think, a really good behind the scenes look at all this stuff that happens because, like I said, I talk to him for hours, probably every day, and I've heard what this podcast is going to sound like probably 100 times because he tells me all this stuff when we're on the phone, and there's a lot of really cool stuff. Like if you think about, like, I'm sure a lot of you guys probably know who Lyle says, "Can you shout out my girl Savannah?" Shout out to Savannah, nice name. A lot of you guys probably know who Sam Sulik is. That was Brian Powers that got Sam Sulik at the Arnold Classic. If you look at Arnold Schwarzenegger's Instagram right now, one of his most liked pictures is a picture of him and Sam Sulik. Brian Powers took that photo. So there's a lot of cool stuff that Brian does, and he brings all these people. Like, you guys might know Greg Doucette. You guys might know More Plates, More Dates, Fuad Abiad, Jocko Willink was at the Arnold this year. All these guys, these like influencers, Brian is the one that brings them. He's the one that reaches out and gets all these people involved, and it's pretty cool. Uh, Also, Nick, I'm glad you called out the women's physique and open bodybuilding that trying to keep the shame. Yeah, dude. That's the other thing I think Brian wants to address when we do this interview is people, these women's divisions acting like the Arnold is misogynistic. I don't think the Arnold gets credit because one of the biggest accomplishments in women's strength sports was the addition of women's strongman to the Arnold Strongman Classic, where they get a huge amount of prize money, a huge platform to compete that's like never been seen before. And that was Brian's idea. Brian brought a female strongman to the Arnold and gave them like the biggest platform they've ever had. And he doesn't get any credit for that. So, like, I do think there's a fair point to be made that, yes, the Arnold doesn't have all the divisions, even though they've got 3 men's and 3 women's. But to make this argument that the Arnold is sexist, I don't think is a fair argument because Brian, like I said, they brought on the women's strongman, and women's strongman gets no airtime, no prize money, none of that. And Brian was the one that brought the female strongman to the Arnold and gave them one of the biggest payouts they're ever going to get. What's up, Janae? That was me for a while. Just eat more and lift heavy. I gain money, or I gain muscle, says Deep Peer. Can you comment at all on Boogie 2988 $100,000 MTG collection he's trying to flip? I haven't seen anything about that. And honestly, I don't know anything about Magic the Gathering, so I can't really weigh in. I honestly don't know much about Boogie either. He's a really heavy guy, right? Tyler says, I may give up on the friend aura. I feel like it's impossible at this point. I think that's the only aura I pulled from this set was the friend aura, and it took me probably thousands of dollars worth of booster boxes to get to it. Boogie is a loaded topic. When is Arnold gonna make you his right hand man? Probably never. I think Brian does a fantastic job with what he does for the Arnold Classic, and that's why I'm excited for this interview that we're gonna do tomorrow. Because, like I said, I think it's a very thankless job, and when the Arnold gets criticized, like the thing that's going on with the women's figure and the women's bodybuilding, Brian's the one that has to deal with the criticism, but no one knows who he is when it comes to like the prize money increase or the free live stream or the women's strongman that he brought on. So he doesn't get any of the credit, but he's the guy that people go complain to behind the scenes when the drama comes out. So I think that'll be a good interview for people that want to kind of a peek behind the curtain of what goes on and putting on a show of that scale. I think tonight was one of the one of the longest phone calls I've ever had with him. We talked for like 3 hours while he was waiting for his flight to the UK. The title is so good for this. Nick, will we ever see you buy a new TCG again? I honestly don't know. I've definitely saved a lot of money since Metazoo died. Not spending a crazy amount of money every month. Because there was one point where I was easily spending like 25 grand in a month on Metazoo, like at the peak. Are there trading cards in bodybuilding? Yeah, the Olympia actually has their own. They've been doing an annual Olympia trading card set, and there's also a 1993, which was the year I was born. There was a 1993 IFBB trading card set by Star Trading Card Company. I'm trying to see if I've got a box of it sitting over here somewhere. I don't know if I do, but Nick, what happened to the Olympia cards? What do you mean what happened to them? They're still doing them. And they should, I think they're still for sale. If you go to Olympia Trading Card Instagram, they're pretty expensive. I mean, they're like $350 a box. I might have let me see. I might have some sitting right here. These were from this past year's. You had a chance at an autographed card in every box, but you run the risk of getting like a Dan Solomon autograph card for $350. Brooke Walker, Missy Truscott. This is one of the old Olympia sets they used to do. This is Raymond Edmonds. Nick Walker, Cracked Ice. There's a Chris Bumstead that PSA refused to grade. This was a friend of mine. This was a collaborative effort. A friend of mine that's a photographer for the IFBB, Big Three Media. She did a trading card line, and then Toros, who is a graphic designer, designed all the cards with her pictures, and this was their Chris Bumstead Legend card. I don't know if I have any of the old 1993 Star cards here. Did you end up backing either Altered TCG or Nom Nom? I did end up going on, and I bought the Nom Nom 4 booster box thing on Kickstarter. It was like $500 or something. I personally don't really think that it's going to be the next big thing, the next big indie TCG, but the FOMO had me feeling like I had to pick up a couple boxes. All right, let's do like an intermission before we get into a box of this Hello Kitty, because I'm getting tired of this Hello Kitty shit. We'll do some Topps Chrome from Metazoo. Who's Piper Perry? Yeah, I kind of like the artwork with the Nom Nom TCG thing. So I'll probably open a box on the channel, and I'll probably just sell the other 3 Kickstarter boxes if they end up taking off. There we go. We'll do a couple packs from the back corner there. What's up, Pee-wees? So nostalgic. It hasn't been that long. Frozen Peoples, our refractor. I got a box of Star Wars Unlimited this weekend too, says Lyle. Do you follow a YouTuber named Star Wars Theory? My sister's fiance, my little sister's getting married in October, and her fiance is like a huge fan of Star Wars. And I happen to be friends with this other YouTuber. His name is Star Wars Theory. His real name is Neatus. Kind of a weird name, kind of a cool name too. So I messaged him, and he just started this company where he sells like these premium lightsabers, I guess. They're like $400 or $500 lightsabers, and he was doing like a pre-release sale. And I messaged him from my sister, and I got her fiance a free $400 lightsaber, so that was pretty cool. And the guy made a video for my sister's fiance, and he was like super stoked about it. He's a cool guy. There we go. There's a Mothman. Not a refractor, but... Actually, I think I have the video on my phone. Let me see if I can play it. You want to get a couple lightsabers and take it to your backyard? Albums, videos...
Thanks for watching the videos, and I hope you're excited for Vader episode 2. Shout out to Nick for putting this together. Love you, buddy.
That's Star Wars Theory. Yeah, he made that cool little video for my sister's fiance, who I guess I should be calling my brother-in-law, technically.
One moment.
The fuck? I hate Siri. Have you been picking up any bigger items or just sticking with the cheap stuff? Lately, I've been sticking with the cheap stuff. I haven't really picked up any big slabs or anything like that. I've kind of got all the stuff that I wanted that was more on the expensive end, like the cards that used to be like $1,000 in a PSA 10 that you could get for like a couple $100 now. And that's kind of more what I've been picking up. Is he the guy that complained of bricks being an Andor TV series? I honestly don't know. I've never been a big Star Wars fan. I'm friends with the Star Wars Theory guy because he used to have a bodybuilding channel like 10 years ago. When I started my channel, me and him were friends back then because of the bodybuilding stuff. Then at some point he pivoted to the Star Wars stuff. And we kind of stayed in touch throughout the years. But yeah, I don't know much about... I think it was a big thing for some reason. I'll have to look into it. Cryptid Cam, Sam Sinclair, what a Polaroid. It probably was him. I know he gets a lot of flack from like the diehard Star Wars fans for some of his opinions, but I think every YouTuber gets a lot of flack for something or something innocuous. Yeah, that's just the nature of the gig. And I think he's got like 4 million subscribers. So once you get to the point where you got that many people watching your stuff, you're never going to make everybody happy. There's always going to be someone that hates whatever you say. I find it interesting that Metazoo artists went to Chronicles of Arcane rather than Nom Nom. Wonder what happened there, says Pee-wees. I thought a lot of them did do work on the Nom Nom cards. Or at least that was what was advertised on the Kickstarter page. We'll separate out all the Mothman packs, because those tend to have more hits in them. I think most of the Sanrio 6 cards that I've pulled have all been from the Mothman packs. My buddy just 5 and owed me in Star Wars Unlimited right now in front of my girlfriend. That's embarrassing, bro. They did best artist card for Nom Nom. Probably came down to money, to be honest. My best guess. Yeah, I don't know. It does sound like the Chronicles of Arcane game has a fair amount of money behind it. I was actually talking to when I talked to Bailey, and I talked to him while I was at the Arnold, so I haven't talked to him since. But Bailey actually gave me the name of the printers for Metazoo. I'm going to do a video about this on the channel here soon. But I was actually looking at some of their prices, and I'm thinking about having some promo cards made, like some Nick Strength and Pokemon, some kind of promo card that I can do giveaways with, and getting it from them, printed by them, because they actually had some really fair, cheap prices. Nick, will you attend World's Strongest Man? I've actually never been to a World's Strongest Man. Do you know where it's at this year? Are they still doing it in Florida? You can just order from them directly. They're essentially a what's the website called? Let me see. That Chinese website where you can buy all kinds of stuff super cheap. Alibaba. They're like an Alibaba seller, and you can do any kind of custom trading card order from them. I mean, I'll tell you guys the name. It's not a secret now. They're called Bayaya. Bayaya. 2024 World's Strongest Man is going to be in Myrtle Beach. That's actually pretty dope. Yeah, their full name is Bayaya Board Game Company, I believe. So they make all kinds of stuff, ranging from trading cards to... No. I'm not talking about making my own Metazoo promo. I want to be clear. But you can design a card, and then they'll make you whatever quantity of card you want. I'm not going to have them make me a Metazoo card, just to be clear. Ooh, when in May is it? Because I'm going to the Pittsburgh Pro, which is actually the same day as my birthday, I believe, in May. Then I think the following weekend I'm going to have my friends over for my birthday. And I was debating on whether or not I want to try to go out to the New York Pro, which is also in May, but I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. It's May 1st through the 5th. Oh, really? Possibly. I do love Myrtle Beach. It's one of my favorite places to go for like a quick vacation spot. I think it's about 6 or 7 hour drive from where I'm at now. I got a Kuromi, but not a good one. Yeah, my ex-girlfriend that I was telling you guys about earlier, back then we were both pretty broke and we would only go on vacation to places that we could drive. So we would always go to why can't I think of it? Gatlinburg. We go to Gatlinburg and Myrtle Beach because we could drive to both. And we couldn't afford a plane ticket back then. I dated her for like almost 10 years. I think from when I was 15 to 25. If you stop in Pittsburgh, get the steak and cheese sandwich at Roland's in the Strip District. I think I'll have to do that. You go from being broke to dropping $25,000 a month on medicine. Just to be clear, I'm not still doing that. There's no chance in hell I'm spending that much on Metazoo now. I've actually, Kane, I've actually got family in Pittsburgh, so I think I am going to stay with them after the Pittsburgh Pro and hang out with them for a little bit. My cousin lives there with his family. Another Kuromi and Chibi Unicorn. I haven't even looked to see where the venue is for the Pittsburgh Pro. I wonder how close it is to the Strip. I've actually never been to the Pittsburgh Pro before, but Tyler Mannion, we were DMing and he invited me and he said they would hook me up if I went. So I said, okay, I'll go this year. How close do you live to the Strip? 10 minutes. Never mind. I was reading your comment again, then I just read the end of it. I've only been to Pittsburgh a couple times. I went to a Steelers game when they were playing the Bengals once. And my cousin that I was just telling you guys about, his wedding, he's like 10 years older than me. And his wedding was back in 2012, and we stayed there for a little bit in Pittsburgh for his wedding back then. I think those are the only 2 times that I've been. Damn, he is like about to be 40. It's crazy to think about it. I wouldn't say it's a dead box quite yet. There's been a fair amount of hollows in here, just nothing significant. But since that is the last Mothman pack, we'll do another intermission of something different. Actually, me and Josh, my ex-girlfriend's little brother, we went out and we got these. And I said I'd open them on stream. So we'll open one of these Charizard boxes. Do you sell all the bulk at a yard sale to a nice kiddo? Actually, I usually burn most of my bulk, but when yesterday I had her little brother over again, and I gave him a bunch of bulk. What's up, Otherverse? We opened some Otherverse earlier on in the stream. What's up, Pariah? Pretty cool promo Charizard that comes with these boxes. Just because Otherverse appeared, though, we'll do a Otherverse pack. What's up, Jay? I'm doing good, man. So this is Otherverse TCG, otherwise known as Dragons and Waifus. What's up, Escaped Alien? Good to see you again. Iron Giant Sophia, Flame Princess, Reina Chaos Replicator, Mermaid Girl Full Power, Dragon Queen, Duel of the Fates is our hit. Okay, yeah. Cool. We'll do another one for Otherverse, since I love to see them ripped. How can I buy your Topps Chrome bulk? I actually do not. I should mention that I do not burn the Topps Chrome bulk. I've got a huge, actually boxes. I've got big like Amazon, like the biggest Amazon cardboard boxes just filled with Topps Chrome bulk. 'Cause I can't bring myself to burn it because they look so cool. Mother Nature, Lilith, Lightning Princess, Frost Magician, Fairy Queen is our hit. Hope to see you get a card you like one day. I do really like the Anubis card. I think that's my favorite card that I pulled from your game. I meant to ask you, Otherverse, can you send these into PSA and get them graded? Because if so, I do want to grade the Anubis cards that I've got. I've got a serialized one. And I might have those sitting over here somewhere. I was hyped on that Superfractor Blue Oxy. Yeah, dude, that was sick. My office is like a mess right now because I've been gone. PSA has been grading. Oh, cool. So I can't. Okay, cool. Then I am gonna send them to PSA. Oh, awesome, dude. My office is just a mess of cards right now because I've been gone for the Arnold. I know I've got some Otherverse. I'm like building these PSA submissions in my... Oh, here we go. I think they're over here. Are they over here? I've got like 5 unfinished... These are bodybuilding cards. I've got like 5 unfinished PSA submissions like sitting over here. Or did I already submit them? Honestly, I don't know. My desk is like a mess right now. What would you say, Otherverse, what would you say your favorite character, or what's your favorite card in the set? There's a code card for you guys. Y'all heard anything about PSA doing grading just by sending them pictures of the card? I haven't heard about that. That does sound super sketchy, though. But for those of you that are Pokemon fans, this will be my first ever Paldean Fates opening. I know a lot of you guys have asked about that. I haven't bought any except for these, so... Honestly, Otherverse, I might have already sent in a submission then. I've been sending, I send in so much stuff. I forget what I've already sent. I might have already submitted some Otherverse cards. Rabska. I'm not even familiar with some of these newer Pokemon. My favorite. Oh yeah, dude. I pulled one of those. I did pull one of those. It's the one that kind of looks like a blue eyes white dragon, right? Damn, I know I've got some Otherverse cards sitting somewhere. What's in this one? This is all Metazoo. Actually, the Otherverse stuff might be in my safe. I've been keeping all the newer indie TCGs in the safe because I've got a lot of sealed indie stuff. A Clodsire EX. See, this is another one. I've never seen this card. I've never even seen that character, rather. Otherverse is nice to watch get open. I'm glad you guys are liking the Otherverse stuff. Oh, Chris just texted me. Let me see what he says. I wonder if Chris is watching right now. It's a cool looking Charmander. Alakazam EX. Looks like we got a couple hits here. And Nimona. I don't know if those are good hits, but they're hits. Actually, let's start putting the cards that look like hits in this tin. Because I really don't like throwing tins away. Get this shit out of here. Nimona the waifu. All right, so that's where we're gonna put our decent cards. Yeah, man, they are shaped awfully weird for storing cards. It doesn't really make sense. It's like all they would have to do is not put these corners like that. That bulk is blue chip bulk. My OCD. Otherverse, Nick, do you want? Dude, absolutely, yeah. That'd be awesome. I actually am a huge fan of uncut sheets. I think they're the coolest thing ever. And I'll definitely get that framed. Palmy, that looks interesting. A shiny. Just for that Otherverse, we'll open another Otherverse pack. But yeah, it's always good to have some of this stuff on hand. And then when I do stream, we can use that to break up the monotony of the Metazoo streams. having some of these like these indie TCGs kind of ready to go. Cypher the Blue is our hit. You can also see all the secret rares on the sheet to see. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, man, that'd be fucking awesome. We'll do one more before we get back to the kitty. We've got a Death Queen, Blood Queen, Flame Princess, Dragon Queen, Hero of Otherverse. I like that one. That's a pretty cool looking one. Death Abysmal Doom. I really do like that holofoil, that pattern. And another Mermaid Girl, a Full Power. Oh, that's a big hit. Nice. Let's put it in a Kickstarter Metazoo sleeve. There's only 500 on, but it's not actually serialized, right? That is a cool looking one. Actually, I do have this random Halloween pack, Metazoo Halloween 2020, that Bailey sent me. Rip this thing open. I think this is the one that you could get that kind of cool looking Wendigo out of. But we got a non-hollow Beastie Bash. Okay. Any chance the whole story gets released or we hear the ending? The whole story of what? Of Metazoo? I think the whole story is yet to come out. I don't even think they had a story. They stopped in the same spot the comic stopped. Yeah, I noticed that too. Chibi Sam Sinclair. Have you thought of doing a documentary style video on Metazoo? I think it would be interesting too. Yes, I have. I definitely have. I don't know how it's going to work or when/if I'm going to do it, but it'd be cool. Just tuned in. Any big pulls? No big pulls yet. Which is always what makes me not want to open the Chromie set. Feels like every time I do, we don't really get anything big. Sometimes we get a good amount of hollows, but we don't really get any Sanrio 6. We don't get the secret rare. The rest of the story equals shit. Why do you think their favorite order was soon? Because they never had a story and never wanted to start one. Writer's retreat. Thank you guys for getting those likes up. The likes are almost matching the viewership. Let me start putting the bulk in this box here. The one thing that I am a little bit disappointed on is that the Hello Kitty set never had its own binder. That's one thing that drives my OCD crazy, is not having a binder specifically for the Hello Kitty cards. Like every other set that Metazoo released, I bought the binder, I filled up with all the hollows and stuff, but it drives me crazy that there's not one for the Chromie set. Even though I don't give a shit about Hello Kitty, I just wish they had a binder for this set. Do they really? They sell Hello Kitty binders that aren't Metazoo. Maybe I'll look into that then. That was one of the things that I really enjoyed about Metazoo, was every set had its own binder, and that made it kind of fun because I've got all the corresponding binders with the corresponding cards all organized on a bookshelf. But with this set, I just can't do that. I can't put a non-set binder. I just can't do it. I can't put them in one of those. What if you had an artist do binder art? I don't think I'd be able to do that. I think that would be a lawsuit from Sanrio. You definitely couldn't use their characters' images. I don't think the artist would be willing to risk that. That is a good point, though. I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't think of that sooner. There probably are Hello Kitty binders that I could just buy. And I'll probably look that up right after this stream. One of the things that's really fun to do when I'm burning the bulk is I'll fill up a box like this with the bulk, and I'll just dump lighter fluid all over it, and it really accelerates the burning. Because some of these cards, like the reverse hollows that are printed on, there's a hollow foil sheet underneath here, they burn a little bit slower, and they're a little bit tougher to burn because there's hollow on the card. It's not just cardboard. It's not just paper. So sometimes it's a good time to just dump some lighter fluid on the box of bulk and drop a match on it. Eddie says, I'm pretty sure... Of course, my computer just went into sleep mode. I'm pretty sure the artist said they couldn't even doodle on the Hello Kitty cards. They can only sign them, which is weird. Give us a burning... Everybody keeps asking for a burning stream. I really need to do it. I'm slacking. But at this point, I've got so many Hello Kitty hollows. I need to get a binder to put them in. What's the Hello Kitty lore? I have no fucking idea. Another Chibi Sam Sinclair. I'm trying to go through these quick so I can get to another box here. I don't want the stream to go too long because it's already 1:30 in the morning. I definitely want to do at least two booster boxes here. Chibi Sam Reverse. There's a sick Karami binder I just looked at, but it's only dude, I hate 4-pocket binders. That's the only I guess I do have a little bit of OCD. They gotta all be 9-pocket binders. Nick, has Chris been picking up any Metazoo stuff with the price drops? I think he did actually. Chris did just have a baby, so he hasn't been spending as much money on frivolous stuff like TCGs. But I think he did buy a couple boxes of the Kuromi when they dropped the price to $35 a box. I think he bought a few of those. I've got a whole box of shit that I need to send him. I've got like some Nick Strength and Power baby clothes, like the onesies that I made for his baby. I've got a baby blanket with a Nick Strength and Power thing embroidered on it in the baby's name. Then I put some Metazoo stuff in there for him to open. And I still gotta ship that out. So I'm sending him some of the stuff that I've been buying. I bought a few booster boxes here and there. I picked up from Bailey, I picked up some seance boxes for like $15 a box. We can get to 4 a.m. I don't know what happened last night because I went to bed at like a pretty normal time for me. I went to bed at like 3 a.m., which is not super late for me. And I ended up sleeping. I can't even believe this. I woke up and I ended up sleeping. I woke up, checked my phone, my clock phone, my phone on my clock. It was 5:30 p.m. when I woke up. I slept from 3 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and I have no idea why or even how. I usually set an alarm at like 12. What's up, Blitzen Buki? What's up, dude? I usually set an alarm for 12 and try to get up at 12. So I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if I turned off my alarm and just kept sleeping for 5-6 more hours, but I was like, what the fuck? It could be that. It was a long week at the Arnold, for sure. And we definitely didn't sleep much there. Carnival Lights. No interest in Metazoo since your last stream 2 weeks ago. There's also been nothing to talk about with Metazoo really since that last stream 2 weeks ago. I always tell myself I'm never going to go a week without streaming, but then work just catches up with me. When the other channel is busy, it's always like the inverse. Like when the other channel is busy, then I end up neglecting this one. Then when the other channel is slow and there's no bodybuilding competitions going on, then I'm like going hard on this one. And I can never seem to keep up with both at the same time. Can you explain the Metazoo lore shortly? Well, all it really is, it's just based on cryptids. I've only read a couple of the comics. What is the other channel? Nick Strength and Power, the bodybuilding. It covers professional bodybuilding essentially. And it's been a very busy past week and a half with bodybuilding. And then I'm gonna have a very busy weekend this weekend too, with the Arnold Classic UK this weekend. So that's why I wanted to get this stream done on a random Monday night, because I know I'm not going to be able to do it this weekend. Even if I tell myself I'm going to. All right, we'll do another box of Kuromi, but let's do another intermission couple packs. Do some Chrome, and we'll do some more Pokemon here. I'm assuming both of these are just Paldean Fates packs. I really do like this promo, though. Nick, did you see the PSA 9 sample Chaos Crystal? I did not. Did it sell for like a crazy low price or something? Mike Waddell sells pillows, bro. Oof, 400 bucks. That seems awfully low. All right, let's do the Chrome first. If I can get it open. I've got a bunch of boxes of Chrome, by the way. I bought a whole case from Bailey for 320 bucks. And I thought that was a pretty fair price. Let me see what all these notifications are popping up on my phone. Okay, so he got my 400 bucks. What's up, Metazoo Menace? Nick's favorite color is Chrome. My favorite color is blue, which is why I hope they actually still come out with the Topps Chrome Sapphire set for Nightfall. I will fucking eat that up. I really hope they do that. I'll be so stoked. Nice little frog, man. I'll be so stoked if they do that. Let's do a Pokemon pack. I don't know if Bailey actually ended up selling any of the prototype Mothman. I think he said he wanted to get them graded, or not necessarily graded, but at a very least authenticated before he tries to sell them, just so people don't have to worry about whether they're real or not. I think it will too, honestly. I honestly do. I think if they do Sapphire, it'll sell pretty good. Hopkinsville Goblin. Yeah, dude, I have seen that. The new Frogman found footage film. I haven't seen the actual movie. Has it released yet? I saw the trailer for it. Looks like a hit. Judge. I did see the trailer for it. I didn't know that if it was already out or not, though. It did actually look pretty good. In like a terrible sort of way good. I think all the best horror movies are typically kind of cheesy and kind of terrible. I do like that Charmander. I do feel like the bigger the budget of a horror movie, it's not as good. You want like a small indie, cheesy horror movie. Magmortar. If I were Bailey, I would have revealed that I had one and sold it for $10,000. But revealing he had 7, yeah, I agree. That kind of hurt the value for sure. Roperite, Refractor. But yeah, I bought a bunch of boxes of Chrome just to have to open in streams like this, like in between sets or in between boxes. The catcher says Metazoo could qualify as a cheesy horror movie for sure. Annihilate. That's a cool looking one. Annihilate. Piazza Bird, Refractor. Dude, someone is probably releasing cards. It's not a professional setup. What do you mean? You talking about the prototype cards? All right, let's get into this box here. Hopefully we can get something good out of here. So far, Karomi tonight has been kind of an L. Crown Zenith. I did. I also enjoyed that set. I'll agree with that. There were some good Zards in there, you know. So now knowing all the drama, product dump, CEO and staff holding much product, blah, 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 would people still bought any of this? Oh, I think so. Even if they knew it was going to end bad, I think people still would have bought it. You're crazy for still buying into the zoo. The card I'm chasing out of here is the Secret Rare Mothman. Like I said earlier, I would rather... I think the last one that sold for about $3,000. I would rather spend $35 a box trying to chase that card than just buy the card outright. Then I could get some streams out of it. We could have some fun, sit on here and talk shit for 35 bucks a box. I mean, we only opened a box so far tonight and then some Target blisters. We've already been going for almost 2 hours. So you get a little bit of fun out of it for 35 a box to chase a secret rare. And I think it's much more fun, even if we don't pull it, it's much more fun to try to pull it than to just buy it outright. Well, that's the big mystery with Metazoo. We don't know if the pink boxes have it. I'm assuming they might, but we don't know. That's another good question. How many of those moths do you think never got put into boxes? That's another thing we don't know. Because it certainly doesn't seem like if the print run of these boxes was only 10,000 and there's 131 secret rares, you would have thought more of them would have been pulled by now. But I think when you consider the fact that we now know that you can pull the secret rare from a Target blister, they're probably distributed in all the Kuromi product. So that includes the TCG player boxes, that includes the regular booster boxes, that includes the regular blister packs, that includes the Target blister packs, and potentially probably includes the pink boxes, assuming they exist. Bailey said he saw on video the pink boxes. I have not seen the video that he saw. I've not seen pictures of them. I have personally not seen proof that they exist, but Bailey says he saw proof that there are pink boxes. So if they were printed and they were made, I would assume the secret rare's in there too. Unfortunately, JH, I don't think that's the case. Do they have the big box stamp? They do not. The secret rare, so the regular cards in the big box set have the stamp. The secret rare that was pulled from the big box did not have the big box stamp. I showed a picture of it earlier on stream. During the product dump, I think the secret rares are controlled in that way. What a certain amount sells, he pushes out big hits and secret rares. It's possible. Who knows what to believe when it comes to Metazoo. Metazoo is one big clusterfuck. Ever since that UFO secret rare and a clear plastic... Yeah, I saw that too. I feel like it makes it even... Honestly, since I enjoy opening Metazoo anyway, it almost makes it more fun to open, knowing that it's probably a high risk, very low return opening. But there is that little tiny sliver of a chance you could get a secret rare, which makes it more fun. But I feel like as shady as Metazoo is for me, it makes it a little bit more fun because the risk is a little bit higher. That maybe they didn't even put that many secret rares in these packs. I don't know if that's true, JH. I don't know for sure that that's true that he stopped becoming a retailer before the Mike Waddell closure letter. He could have. I don't know for sure that that's accurate though. The shade is part of the zest that is Metazoo. What do we have here? Let's see. Those other verse serialized cards are going to the moon. They do look pretty cool. Kuromi and My Melody. Definitely as soon as this stream is done, I am going to look up Hello Kitty binders and see if I can find a cool one for the massive amount of Hello Kitty Kuromi hollows that I've got. ticket roll. Yeah, I'll definitely let you know if I find a good one. For me, meta is like a forced drama thing for content, but it's so fun to follow. It is definitely, it's fun if you don't have super heavy Metazoo bags. But even then, it's still kind of fun. I'm not liking this box so far. Metazoo Menace says, Nick, I have a video coming out tomorrow explaining the WPT poker decks. You want the Metazoo wrap decks? 9 of those special poker card decks sold for $255 on eBay yesterday. Those are hot and rare. I didn't see that. I'll have to look into that. I do want to get my hands on some of those, but that seems like a pretty good price. That's what, 25, $30 a pop. I found Metazoo Chromie blisters in a little Tokyo, LA shop the other day. There's a Chromie. You guys are making me hungry. Hot and ready pizza. Let me see if there's anything still open on DoorDash. I am getting kind of hungry. Oh, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if all these big retailers did have a heads up for sure. Yeah, that doesn't seem like an extreme theory to me. Let me double check McDonald's and make sure they don't have the Hello Kitty Yu-Gi-Oh stuff yet. McDonald's hamburger Happy Meal. It doesn't tell you what the toy is. That's unfortunate. There's always such weird shit on DoorDash when it's late at night. NASCAR tenders and burgers. Look at that. But the ever faithful IHOP is always fucking open. All right, that's good. Oh yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Smoking them grits, the Yu-Gi-Oh Hello Kitty collab. Did they really? We still have Skyline here for sure. Out of northern Ohio, they pulled them out. Interesting. I wonder why. Honestly, even though I'm from Cincinnati and I've lived here basically my whole life, I've never been a huge fan of Skyline or Gold Star, the Cincinnati style chili. It's good, but it's not like I don't really understand the obsession with it. It's not bad, but I know so many people from Cincinnati that are like diehard, either Skyline or Gold Star. They eat there all the time. It's like their favorite thing in the world. I like it, but I maybe eat Cincinnati style chili once a year, maybe. If that. Thanks, Eddie G. I appreciate that. To help fund the late night snacks. $1.99 towards. I ended up getting a BLT. So that definitely helped. That was like 10% of the BLT. I appreciate that, bro. I'm a simple man. That's one of my favorite sandwiches, I think, on this earth. Is just a basic, really, just a really good BLT. It's hard to beat. That and a tuna sub from Subway used to be my favorite, but Subway has gone downhill significantly. It's a new pre-released game, Veronica. Another Karami and Chibi Unicorn. This is if you really don't know, it's Metazoo and their Hello Kitty collab. It's a post-release game too. Also true. Haven't had Subway in 10 years. When I was a teenager, which was 15 years, well, when I was 15, we'll say, which was 15 years ago, I used to work at the pool. I was a lifeguard there. And every day after work, there was a Subway right next to the pool. And I'd go to that Subway, and this was like right in the middle. 15 years ago, it was like right at the peak of the $5 footlong promotion. And every single week, or actually every single day after work in the summer, I would get two $5 footlongs, footlong tuna on Italian herbs and cheese bread. And it was gigantic. It was great. It was fresh. It was big for $5. And now that same footlong costs you like $11, $12, $13, and it's shit. It's like watered down. The tuna's weird. It's not even real tuna. The quality is horrible. It's just, I think the peak of human society was in the $5 footlong era of Subway. Chibi Wahila. I swear it's never been the same since. It used to be my favorite. I mean, I would work like an 8-hour shift at the pool, and I wouldn't eat the entire shift, and I'd get off and I'd get 2 footlongs, and I would just smash those footlongs, and I'd be full for the day. That was like my favorite thing to do when I was a teenager, was get 2 just really big tuna footlongs. Just crush those in my car after work. Do you still open Pokemon? We opened some Pokemon tonight. I do remember that, Eddie. The first person to get a footlong sub tattooed on their body would get a free footlong for life. It really is crazy how much things have changed in really such a relatively short amount of time. Why did my music go off? I was checking on the status of my BLT. Bro, I talk about this with my friends all the time, Tyler. We used to go to Taco Bell. In between 4 of us, literally, between 4 of us, if we had $10 in high school and went to Taco Bell with 4 people, we would eat till we could we would eat till we felt like we were gonna puke. for $10 for 4 people. I mean, back then that was more than 10 items. You could get like an 89 cent. I think even back then it was like 79 cents for a taco off the dollar menu. You could go to Taco Bell with $10 and you could feed 4 people till they puke. And I'm not even exaggerating. It's true. $1 McChickens. Yeah, that was definitely in high school too. Okay, Grandpa. I mean, I'm only 30, and those days seem like forever ago now. Prices are crazy. Why am I putting all this random shit in my Okay, these are all bulk. I mean, literally, you could feed your whole group of friends for $10, maybe $20 if you got like 5 or 6 people at Taco Bell. And now you'd be lucky to feed yourself for $10 at Taco Bell. I mean, I definitely remember. I remember if you had 4 friends, you each had $5. You pulled together $20 for Taco Bell. You knew you were gonna eat like a fucking king that night if you split $20 4 ways and just ordered a shitload of stuff off the Taco Bell menu. What's up, Mario? Do they still have those things? Those Taco Bell Pizza Hut combo restaurants? I used to have one of those by my high school when I was a kid. I don't know if they still do that or not. But I guess when I was 15, that would have been 2009. In 2009, if you had $20 and went to Taco Bell, you were basically a god. You were basically a king. Taco Bell and KFC combo sounds not great, to be honest. Forest Elemental Queen. The new Taco Bell menu, though, there have been achievements since then. Like, what's on the menu now? My go-to, I think I really stopped ordering Taco Bell regularly around the time that the Dorito Loco Taco was first announced. That was like when I stopped really ordering a lot. But my go-to is usually a Crunchwrap Supreme, and then I'll buy like 5 because they're so small. I'll buy like 5 of the chips and cheese, just the nachos and cheese. That or a Nachos Bel Grande. I think between Taco Bell and Chipotle, for me, is like some of the best tortilla chips ever invented. Chipotle is probably better, their tortilla chips, but Taco Bell, their chips are pretty good. I miss the double deckers from Taco Bell. I remember, I'm not religious at all now, but when I was in high school, and my cousins, they still are. They're still very religious. But when I was in high school, we would go to these, like, there would be these summer camps called CIY, and it was like a religious retreat for a bunch of high school kids to go to and, I don't know, worship or whatever. So we'd go to like these college campuses and we'd stay there for a weekend on these like religious youth group type of retreats. And we would pull together our money and we'd always get Taco Bell on these retreats, and we would just eat like fucking pigs for $20. I've still got videos on my hard drive. I've got an external hard drive of flip phone videos, like 144p videos, like just pixels of us like fucking around at these church camps with Taco Bell. And we didn't even really smoke. We didn't smoke weed or we didn't drink or anything when we were like 15 going to these camps. That was like our edgy behavior, was getting Taco Bell with $20 and just eating like fucking freaks. And just getting up to no good. Getting up to shenanigans with the boys and a bunch of Taco Bell. Getting on AOL Instant Messenger high off of that Taco Bell. Not when I was 15. Later on I did. But when we were 15, we were still like innocent. We weren't smoking weed. We weren't drinking. We might have smoked like Black and Milds or something at that point. But our thing back then was, if we got some fast food running through our veins, getting on AOL Instant Messenger and messaging some chicks at like 14 or 15. Open up the LimeWire, get some good illegally pirated music playing, eating some Taco Bell, waiting for some girls to come online on AIM. Because none of us had enough money to buy minutes for our cell phones to keep texting, and AIM was like the free thing. Those AOL chicks were probably dudes. No, we would have like groups from our high schools of like chicks that we knew from high school that would have AIM. So we knew they were real people. We weren't like going on there talking to strangers. Like all the girls from high school would be on AIM. I actually didn't. I don't know why I didn't, but I never did. And I had a ton of friends that played RuneScape. For some reason, I never did. Karomi and My Melody. When you had to use the internet on flip phones. The first porn that I ever looked at was on I got an iPod Touch, and it didn't have like a cellular data plan. And I had to look at porn on like if you went to Pornhub on a touch back then, Safari, the browser, and I also had a PSP that had the internet. But back then you had to have what's the word that I'm thinking of? Like a flash player. Back then, mobile devices didn't have flash. So you could go to the website, but you couldn't actually watch the videos. So you'd have to scroll through and just look at the thumbnails. All right, let's kill this Topps Chrome box. That's what I used to do. I used to have to look at the thumbnails. Do you want kids? And if so, how do you think it will affect your TCG hobby? I do want kids. I don't know if/when it's ever going to happen. But I'm not gonna, I'm gonna try to not let it affect my hobby. And I'm still probably gonna spend a crazy amount of money on cards. Hopefully they collect stuff too. Like, it's been kind of cool doing this thing with my ex's little brother, because he's 15, so he's like at the age where like we can still go, when I pick him up and we'll work out and stuff, we'll go to Walmart and buy some cards we'll open cards together, and that's fun. But obviously, when I have a kid, I can't just skip to when they're 15 or 10 or whatever, and they'll enjoy opening cards. So I don't know. But I feel like I'm getting a little bit of an experience of what it's like to have a teenage kid picking up this dude every weekend and hanging out and trying to mentor him a little bit. But he likes to open cards. So hopefully when I do have kids, they'll open cards with me. I'm going to be disappointed if this Chrome box doesn't have shit in it. But yeah, hopefully my kids also enjoy collecting and opening and all that stuff too. I think the only way it would really affect it is if I had a wife that was kind of a bitch and didn't let me spend money because I had kids that were more important. You need to save that money for your kids. I think we got a hit here. Maybe a double hit. I thought I saw a white. Let's see. Chaos Crystal. Hopkinsville Goblin. Oh, that is the hit. Number 53 out of 99. Okay. I definitely understand why hobby boxes are cheaper. You don't get the X fractors. You don't get as many hits. And I feel like the hits that you get just are never as good. I really hope that Topps does the Sapphire set for Metazoo. Who is messaging me here? Still haven't pulled the secret rare, no. I'm going to try to go live before the weekend. Maybe like, it's already Monday. Maybe Wednesday. Because I've got so many more boxes of Chromie to open. All right, last pack of the evening. We're already at over 2 hours here. Tripodero and a Chibi Mothman. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to sign out. I'm getting tired. I'm getting hungry. But I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Nick Strength and Pokemon signing out.